So welcome back to another day. Just made up my bed, so I have to clean my room, have a lot of clothes and stuff lying around, dishes I need to take down to the kitchen. But yeah, welcome back to another day. So tomorrow is our final shoot day, so I think I'm just gonna go through some planning and everything for the day. Might do some artwork, draw, might write a few other scripts. But yeah, just gonna try and relax today while still doing work, if that makes sense. I just finished my spider logo. Not sure how I feel about it, but basically that's it. So my idea behind it is I always liked bigger spider logos that like almost covers the chest. Okay, to be fair, I do like smaller spider logos. It just depends on the suit really. Like the Homecoming suit, it wouldn't be as good with the biggest logo like they have in the Avengers campus place. I don't really like how that suit looks with the big logo, so it looks better with the small logo. But you see, I'm usually a fan of big logos and everything. Also, I always like the black outlines of the Spider-Man suit for Homecoming. It's just I didn't think it worked with the bright colors. I mean, if the blue was a darker tint, like if it was maybe a navy blue and it wasn't really black, but like maybe it might have made the suit so much better. But I did kind of like that element of having outlines on his suit, with black. So that's what I did with mine here, but the shoulders as well as on the arm area, the gauntlets. It's not really gauntlets, and yeah, just to create synergy. So whenever the red borders the blue, it's always a black outline, and that's just to create consistency within the suit. But yeah, I think I'm gonna design the back at some point, but I probably gonna have to go get into other work now. So yeah. So I've been making a lot of edits recently about Across the Spider-Verse. So yeah, it's just because it's on my mind and I can't stop thinking about this. The movie was so good. But yeah, so I'm bringing this up because like, go see my TikToks down. But I'm joking. I'm bringing this up because the movie is stuck in my head, and like I said, I can't stop thinking about it. So think of this as a little Across the Spider-Verse review. There is no spoilers in this review, so if you haven't watched the movie, you can still continue watching and it will be fine. Basically what I want to say is this is not technically, it's all just based on my feelings of after watching the movie and everything. So growing up, I have always been, a massive Spider-Man fan. I mean, I have a few Spider-Man comics up on my wall. I mean, I have my Spider-Man plush over there. I have a few Spider-Man comics. I've been a massive fan of Spider-Man. I have a few costume designs a few costume designs of Spider-Man that I've had in many different that I've made many different years. You just saw my most recent one. But yeah, so growing up, I was always a fan. I mean, even my popcorn carton that I have is the freaking Spider-Man one. So yeah, needless to say, I also have this bubbles. But I mean, so needless to say, I've been a massive Spider-Man fan, right? So I lost my train of thought. Okay. Basically, I've always been a massive Spider-Man fan. Back when we could still rent out DVDs to watch on the TV, Spider-Man 3. I know the weirdest one. Spider-Man 3 was always the one that I took out and I watched over and over again. So I've always been a massive fan of Spider-Man, and when Miles was introduced, I remember I was 8 at the time. When he was I remember picking up his comic and just reading it. I haven't been keeping up with comic books recently. I stopped keeping up with weekly comic books and just started reading completed storylines, because as I gotten into anime and manga, I actually found that I do like when a story ends. So I read storylines as not as if it's part of a bigger whole, but as one story on its own, and I get to watch the character's development through within that one story. So and Peter is my favorite Spider-Man, but I have always been a fan of Miles, and what's the word? And Into the Spider-Verse, if you look at my letterbox, it's my favorite movie of all time. I rewatch that film every single year. I remember for my birthday in 2019, my mom got me the CD of it just because of how much I watched it. And when I got Netflix, the first thing I watched on it was Into the Spider-Verse. So I was extremely excited when this movie was, when they finally released the first look and then finally the first trailer, and just when that Saturday night, the 3rd of June, when I went with my friends to go and watch it, and we just all sat down and the movie started playing. I've always been a massive fan of the cinema experience. I've always thought like if you're gonna watch a movie, it should be in cinemas, because not just because massive screen, great sound system, but because I'm just a massive that type of experience. I feel is it's unmatched, at least in my terms. The awe of seeing the film, the sense of companionship, having so many other people's watching this thing that not only you enjoy but they also enjoy. It's just a sense of like inspiration and awe-inspired, and it's why I one of the reasons I want to do film. One of the reasons I want to make stories, so that I can give a sense of awe to more people. And I've always been besides just being a fan of Spider-Man, I've always been a fan of animation, and with my friend going to Naeem, with him going into animation and studying it, I've gotten more and more into animation, because I'm learning more about it in terms of behind the scenes, not just watching it. And the more I learned about it, the more I actually was drawn to it. And this movie, and as much as it is cliche to say this, is not only a love letter to comic book fans, it's a love letter to animation fans, it's a love letter to Spider-Man fans, and it's such a good film, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And yeah, it's just such a great film. It's just such a great film, and if you haven't watched it yet, please go watch it while it's in cinemas, because trust me, you will be thankful that you watched it. It's such a good film. Yeah, I mean, that's all I want to say about this movie. Not that I even spoke about the movie that much, but yeah. It is currently 7:23. The day's almost over. I'm kind of worrying about tomorrow's film, but I know my crew put in the work, and I believe in all of us. So I just got to dig deep this. I have an anxiety pulse that's there to help me if I desperately need it. So I should be fine. Yeah, should be fine. And yeah, it's gonna be tough, but we're gonna push through. I believe that we can do our best, no matter what. Yeah. Okay, but I do have to go shower, maybe do some work. No, maybe not do work. I'm gonna stress myself out. Okay. Yeah. So maybe I'm going to end the video here. I'm gonna wash my face just so I can get in like the Zen motion. But yeah, so I'm probably gonna record me doing that. I'm also gonna shave. But yeah. So anyways, so there's the end of the video, and just want to say thank you for watching and going through me in this journey that is life. Yeah. Anyways, June 11th, I think? Yeah, June 11th, 2023. I actually had a good day. Love from Zaki.